We are live, still in Savannah, Georgia, IACP conference. It's awesome. It's been a blast. We have Miss Jennifer Carter here. Jennifer is incredible, high energy, amazing, great presentation.
Thank you.
I think to open, we should talk about, I asked you at the start if you were going to stage dive, and you said yes, only if you play Crazy Train, and then it started playing. So this is a serious question. Did Fabian just do that, or was that part of your presentation? Was that your pump-up music?
No, I asked him to make that my entrance music because my talk came at 2 o'clock after lunch when everybody's getting ready to go unconscious. And I think we needed to raise the energy in the room. And, you know, with the recent passing of Ozzy Osbourne, I thought a nice shout-out to him about, you know, injuries are the crazy train, nutrition is the crazy train, and hop on board with me, baby, here we go.
You know, I was out here setting up, and I heard that start blasting. I was like, no way, this is actually happening.
Moving,
and
right?
I ran in, and you were like pumping up the crowd. And,
I know. It was almost mosh pit.
It was close. It was really
touch
close.
and go, really, but I had to keep everybody under control. You know, it's a professional organization.
Yeah, well, you put on the sweater vest, which really...
I did. I tried to nice it up here. You see what I'm saying?
Mission accomplished.
All I'm saying, later I can't be held accountable for what, you know, you see then.
Once you're no longer wearing a sweater vest.
That's right. I'm not on stage anymore. It's done. You know, you get what you get.
So everyone watching, you guys missed an amazing presentation. You're missing an amazing week. Lots of good speakers. Can you give just a real quick, high-level overview of what you did, what you talked about?
Yeah, so basically we took the elements of nutrition that I talked about 2 years ago and we put a little twist on it using a case study, which was my dog who got injured last year with a CCL tear, meniscus tear, and then an iliopsoas pull. How do you take nutrition as a foundation of a dog's life and you tweak it so that you're getting the best outcomes you possibly can when you're trying to heal a dog? A maintenance diet and a rehabilitation diet are not the same thing. The body draws upon itself to heal above and beyond what is provided in a maintenance diet, and a dog's body, just like a human's body, will rob Peter to pay Paul if there isn't enough to go around. So you have to be very consistent with how you're thinking about providing calories and nutrients and things like that. So we talked about that. We talked about nutrition a little bit. We talked about the role of the trainer. When somebody brings them a dog that they might not even realize is hurt, how do you recognize that? We talked about the role of the trainer in keeping that dog moving, giving them a job, adapting training exercises so that a dog can thrive and still have a purpose. One of the big things that I said throughout my entire talk was you cannot just set a dog that's injured up and forget about them for 6 months. They have to keep moving. They have to have a purpose, because at the end of it, you're going to have a dog with behavioral problems, eating disorders, depression. I mean, just like a human being. There's no difference. If I put you up in a bedroom and didn't let you come out, you'd be miserable, and you'd let everybody know it at the end.
Probably bite somebody.
You probably would bite the next person that came in.
You know, we laugh, but it's sad. The life some dogs live.
I know, and we had dogs in the room, and, you know, there was, like, perfect prose on their part, you know, when they add a little emphasis to what I was saying.
Yeah.
So I didn't pay for any of that. None of those dogs were paid.
Well, there's some good dogs in this conference.
There's some good dogs.
Everyone watching will be amazed by this. I was in an elevator a few minutes ago with a Bull Terrier and a Dalmatian, and they were sitting next to each other, like, just hanging out. I'm like, this might have never happened anywhere in the history of the world. These two breeds just, like, chilling. But they're both owned by dog trainers. So
yeah, we had a thunderstorm in the middle of the whole thing.
Yeah,
we had some
handled that well.
Ceiling tiles. I stayed dressed. Everything turned out okay.
It did. And your energy level is still here, which is really good.
Still there, babe.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
Fecal matter pills. There were so many questions on that.
know,
People
right?
were pretty
Who
interested.
knew?
Can you give everyone just a quick, 30 seconds on what are those? Because the crowd was very intrigued. And people were writing stuff down. And I
so
think
if
people
you
were on their
weren't
phone
here-
trying to buy them.
If you weren't here, you missed the whole discussion on fecal matter. I'm just going to say. We spent quite a bit of time on that. Basically, what I talked about is that the landscape of the gut changes when there's an injury, and it becomes unbalanced. The quickest way to get that balanced again is to use fecal transplant pills. I like them because the impact of them happens quicker, and it's more dog specific because you're using a fecal pill that's been sourced from healthy dogs. And so what you're hoping is that the missing elements in your dog's gut that's going to create havoc and slow healing are going to be fixed and filled in with the seeds from this healthy dog. And there were a lot of people in the audience that didn't know what that was, and it created a wonderful discussion
Yeah.
about, you know, the gut, and it led us down some really great roads. And I'm a really adaptive speaker, so although I have a plan, I like to get the feedback from the group in order to feed off of that and take us where we need to go. That's why they came here.
Yeah.
They have needs, and I want to fulfill that. So
It was
that's what
an
it's
amazing
about.
talk. You did a great job, and people
Thanks.
loved it. And all of you at home missed it. You need to come
Missed it.
next year. I mean, I don't know if Jennifer's going to be speaking, so you might
FOMO.
have missed that forever. But there's going to be other great speakers next year.
Yeah,
Well-
and not for nothing, but I'm talking about the sport of canicross tomorrow.
Aha,
and
good
so
plug.
I'm just going to tell you right now, you should pour yourself a whiskey because you're missing what will be a phenomenal canicross discussion. And if you don't know what that is, well then I'm so sorry. Come next year.
And you're actually doing a
And
dog
Thursday
run,
morning,
right?
we're going to get up and we're going to actually put on some mushing harnesses and we're going to live the dream. It's going to be awesome.
I am going to be drinking a coffee, watching. Absolutely. I don't think we'll have a harness
Somebody
on.
will capture it on video, and there'll be some stupidity, but it all in good fun.
I think Emily behind the camera right now is going to be capturing it.
We're
so.
just going to hook up the harness to her and tell her to run. We're going to tell her to run. Go, Emily, go!
It's going to be awesome. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Well, thank
Yeah.
you, Jennifer. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Good talk.
All right.